Salesforce development part. So last we have seen that Salesforce. So where the Salesforce has two areas. So the admin and the development part. How it cuts the admin? So go for Salesforce where it has its memory, its own infrastructure, and its Visual Force and Apex language. So Force.com is a company. This company has its own memory. It has huge memory. Like Google company, how it has memory, like its memory, it has its own infrastructure, it has its own server, and this company has its own language, Visual Force and Apex language. So these people, the Force company people, using this Visual Force Apex language, they develop Salesforce software, which is an SCRM module. They developed a Salesforce software, which is an SCRM module, which is in a built-in application. If any company requires marketing related, sales and service related operations, what you can do, you customize the Salesforce software, I can deliver to the client. No need to develop again a new web pages. The Salesforce software it contains common web pages relating to which area? The CRM module, which is required for any business people. Any company, if you want any business, they want to start any business means first they have to start a CRM module. Which CRM contains what? Marketing, sales and service area. If for example Java.NET is a language is there, through Java.NET what you can do? I can develop web pages. .NET I can develop web pages. But when you use Force.com company, what's the advantage of this Force company? This is a cloud. A cloud means which has its own memory and the servers which has its own database and own language. The advantage of cloud computing is what happened. I don't need to install any software. We are not installing any software, any version security, nothing. All who takes care, Force company takes care of that. And we customize the Salesforce software and I'll give to the client. So which is very easy. That is called the admin part. The customization part is called administration, where I don't write any programming. Without any programming, that's a 0% code. That's called the administration part. The Salesforce has the admin, the development. It has admin, the development. Administration means how you customize the existing Salesforce software for the client requirement is the network, where you don't require any programming knowledge. If any business require customization, first they'll go for admin. If I require a new web pages, where the Salesforce developed by Force company, Force has given a list of requirements. Now I require a new requirements. The client has given new requirements. Then how I need to do? Then we go for the development part, where require the Visual Force and Apex language. So every cloud has its own languages. Like Microsoft Cloud, C#, IBM Cloud, Java language, Amazon Web Services, Java language, like that they use it. Every cloud computing technology means which has its own memory, servers and own database in the language server. But we are discussing which cloud? Force.com cloud. This is the only company providing three services: EAS, IAS and SAS. This is the only company providing all three services. No other cloud providing such a successful software. PS means this is an environment. This is a complete environment is called PS. Through internet, I'll connect to the Force environment. I can write my own program. I can develop. I can deploy in Force.com. That environment is called PS. Google is a cloud. It has its own memory, its own server, it has its own language. But can I develop any program in Google? Can I write any software through software? I can write any program? It's not. It won't allow. Google people will not allow to write any program. Whatever they give services, whatever they give memory, I can use it. That's called IaaS. Google provides only IaaS, infrastructure as a service. They won't provide any PS. What is SaaS, software as a service, means? This Force company with its own memory server with languages, they developed SalesForce software. They developed SalesForce software where you customize that Salesforce software for the client requirement. That environment is called SaaS. What's the point? Which is already developed software and it is deployed in where force.com server. We'll customize that software and I'll give to the client. That type of environment is called SaaS. So this Force company providing all three services. No other company provide all these services. We have another cloud, IBM cloud. It's our competitor next year. Where they are providing all the three services. Currently we have Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Cloud. They provide only IaaS and PaaS. They are not providing SaaS. This is the only company, Force company, provided a software on which model? CRM. We customize CRM model and I'll give to the client. That customization we call as where you don't require any programming. I'll take the client requirements. I'll compare the client requirements with Salesforce software. If the Salesforce has a list of requirements are there, we'll compare with the list of requirements, drag and drop, delete whichever fields you don't want. If you want to add new fields, add the fields. If new changes required, if Salesforce has given list which is not satisfied for me, for my client it's not satisfied, I want to develop new web page, then go for the development part. The new changes requirement, a new requirements which I need to add to my software for my requirement. Then I should use Visual Force and Apex language. Where Visual Force is for designing a presentation logic. How I need to design the web pages, how I need to present the data. That's called Visual Force, like HTML. It's pure line HTML based. So Microsoft .NET is there. .NET has ASP is there. ASP is for designing web pages. For business logic they use C#. Same here also. Visual Force for presentation and Apex language for business logic. To write any business logic, we write like its syntax like C syntax. So now whatever language you are emerging, it follows C syntax. To learn these all languages, we require some basics. OOPS concepts we require. OOPS concepts. Once you learn the OOPS concepts, then you can learn Visual Force, Apex language. Admin is different, development is different. Both are independent concepts. Existing concepts, how you customize is in admin. Client requirement, you develop a new web page, add to the Salesforce software. That's a development. To learn the development, we don't require any additional Java language. So whatever concepts we discuss, OOPS concept, this is subset. You learn this OOPS concept perfectly, then you can learn any language very easy. Now in IT industry, whenever whoever goes for IT, compulsory the candidate should require a programming knowledge. Without programming knowledge, he cannot survive in IT. I can say 200%. Now managers are learning IT. Why? Management skills only. At any time they can roll up. But when a person is having a basic programming knowledge, he can shift to any technology. You should have a program. So I was in 2005, I was in Java.NET. From 6 to 10, I went to SAP. I learned SAP 6 modules. How? With the programming knowledge. Basic programming, if you know, I can shift any languages. Now 2011, I was in cloud. So we can change the technology as per the client requirement. We are changing the technologies. So you should be like that only. So we need to learn compulsory programming. Don't feel that programming is very difficult. Programming is very easy. Math is easier, social is easier. Math is, then development is easy. We don't need to remember anything, no, in math. If you know the starting step, the remaining steps will come automatically. Do you remember all the mathematics steps? No, we remember only the first step, what you have to write. At the end, what is the result you have to know. Same like development. It's a program where I need to write the first line program and how the syntax I have to write. What are the syntax you require that I have to specify. But that only development is very easy compared to the admin. Admin is like social. You have to remember all the steps. But here in the Salesforce admin is also very easy. When you know the starting step, the remaining steps will come automatically. Now I say Salesforce is a very easy course compared to other technologies now currently. It's very easy course. And if you feel Salesforce is also difficult, there is no other technology. That's an easy course. We have some reporting tools are there. Reporting don't require anything. But here always when you are completed a BTech or MCA with 5 years gap experience is there, 3 years experience is there, you have to learn a new technologies only. My best suggestion when you go for changing, when there is a IT gap will be there. BTech completed, you might be worked in Java, .NET or mainframes. So you should change the technology that people do, existing working people. And some people have year gap experiences there. These people also have to change the technology. They should learn the new technologies. When you learn the new technologies, what happens? Competition will be very less. Whatever you know with the basics concepts and with some advanced concept, you can survive in the industry and you can get the job. With 3 years of Salesforce experience, you can expect minimum 6 to 7 lakhs package. No technology people will give. If you go for 3 years in Java, you cannot expect 6 lakhs. You have only 3 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs. Why? New technologies resources are not available. You have to work hard such that if 1.5 hour class means you practice daily 2 hours. That's only you have to do. 1.5 hour class, practice 2 hours. And if you don't have any programming knowledge, some people say I don't have any program, I am EEE background, a EC background, BCom background, like that they say. At the time you spend 1 more hour extra. Even though again you learn development, after development course and you didn't finalize, you didn't understand programming, attend 1 more time. Don't decide yourself program is difficult. I'll decide for you whether it's difficult for you or not. People first they'll attend development, they feel it is very difficult, stop it. They'll search for again new technology. Don't use that all. We have a number of jobs in cloud computing, Salesforce related. You just hard work. If it feels difficult, attend 1 more time, no problem. Second time it feels very easy. Then apply for the jobs. So here also OOPS concepts we'll discuss for 1 week. After that, then we'll go for Visual Force and Apex language. Once you learn Visual Force Apex language, the admin will be very easy concept. Most of people first they learn admin, then go for development. But compared to that, if you learn development first, it's very easy in admin. Why means we can write some rules. We used to write rules in admin, validation rules, workflow rules. At the time we require some programming. How to write if, what is a case, what is the structure of it. So if you know development part, you can learn admin very easy. But only once you learn difficult concept, easy will be. Admin will be very easy. And both are independent concepts. If you want fast track, you can learn both parallelly also. Morning will have admin and evening will be development. But you have to plan. You have to plan daily 4 hours, morning for that, evening 4 hours. Then you can complete within 3 weeks. Okay. So first we learn the OOPS concepts. Before going to OOPS concepts, first we'll see programming basics. What is if, what is a data type, what is for loop, what is arrays, that concepts we'll discuss first. Before going to programming basics, first we'll create SalesForce ID. We'll create SalesForce ID, that's an unlimited day style version SalesForce ID, and we'll write programs. Just a few days we'll discuss the programming basics, then go for Visual Force and Apex. And be perfect that in the program so that you can learn and you can shift any technology very easily. After 5 years again new technology will come, you can change. How you can change means if you have a programming basis. At the time. Okay. So how to create SalesForce ID now? So to create Salesforce ID, go to developerforce.com. So I'll give all step by step, no need at any single point. I'll give all step by step notes help. And if you feel anytime very difficult any content, I'll give the recording class also to you. Some non-programmers will makes difficult while learning the basics, groups, concepts. So I'll give the basics, all programming basics recording classes. You can go through that class. So go to developerforce.com and click sign up for creating Salesforce ID. SFTC. So to this SFTC all jobs, this is an email ID. To this email ID I am getting the password. So this username should be in an email format. It should be an email format. So we'll write SFTC 630 abc.com. We can give any, this and a username. The username must be an email format. At xyz.com, gmail.com. What you do means, whatever email ID, your personal email ID is, same email ID use it. Whatever Gmail ID you might be having, that email ID as a username also you can take it. So this is our ID, SFDC 630A. Sign me up. So you will get a password to this email ID. So now, so our SID, Salesforce ID is what? SFDC 630 at abc.com. So now we'll generate. So for that username, corresponding email ID is there. SFDC all jobs at gmail.com. The password for this mailbox 1, 2, 3, 4. So now log into Gmail to get the new password. So the password for this username, password for this Salesforce ID will get, go to Gmail, you'll get the password. Go to Gmail. SFDC all jobs. So you give your Gmail ID, your personal email ID, you create it. Index updates. So Salesforce login confirmation. This is our ID, SFDC 630K. Click the URL where you will get the password. Click this URL. Continue. Enter the password. The 638, save it. This is our Salesforce software. Okay. You can change this username. Just look and feel. Yes, my profile. Personal. To change this name here. So this is 630 here. Anyone can access this ID, SFDC 638 abc.com. These are all the Salesforce list of applications. Wait, campaigning, leads, accounts, contact. These are all the standard tables. Salesforce has marketing, sales and service. The marketing area is campaign leads. Accounts, contact, top one is the sales and the remaining service. So these are all standard web pages. So if any customer purchase any product, that details I'll enter. Go to account table, click new. So customer details are entered. The web page has been designed. What is the customer requirement? The customer page has been designed. Phone number, you enter the phone number. Okay. So all customer, when your customer purchase any product, that details will enter in account table. Account name, city. That's all admin part. How you customize this account table? It's a new customer. This is a web page. This is a page designed in Visual Force and Apex. This page is designed in Visual Force and Apex. The client has said, I want a new fields. You can add the new fields. I want to remove the fields. I don't want this all field. Go for edit, layout. I can remove the fields. Which are fields you don't want? Annual revenue. I don't want this field. Remove. SIC code. I don't want. Remove that. Click save. So which are fields you don't want? Remove it. The client will give the list of fields. You will compare this list of fields with account table. I'll compare the list of fields with account table, and what are the fields are there that you use it. If you want, you can add it. That concept we call it as an administration part. Now to go to the development part, you should go for the username, developer control. To go to the development part, go to the username, developer console. So you should go to this. Go to username, developer console. So it opens an editor. And go for developer console. We are not installing any editor. We'll connect everything through internet. So when click developer console, it opens editor. It's AP2, Asia Pacific 2 server. Currently it was only AP1 server. Now as more business clients are using Salesforce, now one more server has been added in Asia Pacific server. That's in a developer console, which is opened from where? Through browser only. Through browser, HTTP AP Salesforce, I can write the program. File, new, Visual Force, Apex class, solve it. How to open this editor? How to open editor to write programs? Go to username, developer. So where you can write the programs. To write a program, go to debug menu, anonymous window, where you can write that any code. Go to debug menu, anonymous window, I can write it. System.debug. System.debug. Whatever you want to print at the output window, system.debug. Cloud computing technology. Cloud computing is not a software, it's not hardware, it's only a technology. Technology where server, memory, database, everything it's existing in one environment is called a technology. And our force.com is company. System.debug. Force.com. SalesForce.com is an what? A software. Salesforce. So using Force company, using Visual Force Apex language, they develop Salesforce software. Then how we go for the next one? So when go for debug menu, execute anonymous window, I written system.debug, click open log. It opens a log file where it displays an output. What output? These 3 lines it displays. Click open log and click execute. we go. Let's go. It opens the log file. Go to developer console. Go for debug menu. Open log. The log file. Just now it created an ID. So it's log out. Go to developer source. Let 630 password my docs 1284. Login. Login to our ID. That's our ID. Go to user, go to developer console. It's open this editor in a browser. It's a browser specific. And right debug menu, anonymous window. So hello, good morning, something you have written. Okay, execute. Not fine. Now go to debug, execute anonymous window. System.debug. Write some system.debug, open log and click execute. It opens the log file. It opens the log file. It's a log. So it displays how much memory has been allocated, how much time the execution has taken. And if you want to see the output, select only debug only. Hello program. So how we written means we went to debug menu, execute anonymous window, to write something whatever you want. Attach something here. Program. Type it and click execute. It opens a log file. It's a log. In the logs tab, it opens a log. And click here debug only. Click debug only checkbox. So similarly, I want to write some small program. Debug, execute anonymous window. I want to assign two values. Integer a equal to 12. String s equal to SalesForce. I want to print the values. So system.debug value a equal to plus integer a equal to 12 means 4 bytes of memory is allocated. 4 bytes of memory is allocated. For that bytes, 4 bytes, I given the name what? A. So A is what? Variable. What do you mean by variable? What is mean by variable? Variable is what? Variable means varies. Variable is what? A name to memory location. Name to memory location. We do some 4 bytes. Wait some 4 bytes not in your RAM. Under your SalesForce ID, for your SalesForce ID, a memory is allocated for you. Under that memory, runtime memory. Under runtime memory, 4 bytes of memory, some 6000 to 5000, 6000 to 6003 bytes, 6000 to 6003, 4 bytes of memory. A name I have given what is A. I cannot go to 6000, go to 5000, I don't know which memory it occupies. For that, giving a name to memory location is called variable. So the variable A. Under 4 bytes of memory, value 12 is stored. Now, yes, SalesForce. What does this mean? When you write this output, string system.debug value s equal to something I want to display. Yes. Now when you click open log and click execute, it opens a log file specifying how many bytes has been allocated. So see how many bytes. A equal to 12 bytes, 4 bytes of memory in heap. In the heap memory, 4 bytes of allocated, value stored 12. Same bytes, 10 bytes are SalesForce value. String value 10 bytes. The value I'm printing. Go for debug only. It prints value. So what does mean this? Go for debug. In programming we have variable. A is what? A variable. Name to memory location. When you say A, so what happened? 4 bytes, some 4000 to 4003. For that a variable what? Name we are going here. And it contains what? Value 12. It converts zeros and ones. It converts 2 into zeros and ones. Divide by 2 converts. But when you go for string S, yes, S occupies how many bytes? But here it occupies some 3000 to 3001. 2 bytes of memory is stored. It stores only 2 bytes. It contains 2 bytes and it stores SalesForce somewhere. Somewhere some 7000 to 7009. That starting address it contains. That starting address what? 7000. See the difference. A contains what? Value. A contains value. S contains what? Value address. Where is my SalesForce values existing? For that we call A is a value integer data type. The data type is called value data type. If you store values, we call them a value data types. Yes. Yes contains what? Address. As it contains address, we call a reference data type. Reference string data type. In every programming language, we have 2 data types. If you are storing a value, it's a value data type. If I am storing address, where is my value? Where is my record existing? Somewhere it is existing. The value is stored somewhere. I'll use SalesForce programming language somewhere. It occupies some 25 or 40 bytes. That 40 bytes starting address only it contains here. What's the point? So we have 2 data types. Value data type and what? Reference data. When you say reference bit, it contains address where that value is existing. What's the point? So now we are storing that. So, but when you say value A, it prints what? Value A is what? 12. Value at S. What is value at S? It won't print address. It won't. If you print address, what is the use? No use, no? But internally we should know, as a programmer, we should know how the data is storing. As a programmer, we should know how data is stored. When you say system.debug value S equal to S, it won't print 7th one, it prints SalesForce one. But internally it stores what? S contains what? 7000. When I take my record, account record, it has number of values. So it stores some 7000, but the record it is missed. Got it? So we have data type. That's value type and what? reference data type. Next, we go for arithmetic operators. You can comment this one. Slash star star slash is a common line. You can comment it, so you cannot execute it. Whichever you want, you can do system.debug. Hello. I can select particular part. You can click execute highlighted. Only particular 2 lines I want to execute. Select these 2 lines. Execute highlighted. Click execute. These 2 lines only to execute. Execute highlighted. And it's a window. Debug window. Output window. Where I need to go? Debug only. Where I need to go? For debug menu. Open execute anonymous. We have like operators. Every programming language will have operators. Arithmetic operators, logical operators. We have arithmetic operators. Arithmetic means plus, minus, star, slash. Slash means division. Then we have mod. Mod is nothing but remainder. You get the remainder. So for example, integer a equal to 23, b equal to 1. So write system.debug a equal to plus a plus b equal to plus b. What do you mean? Whatever you write in single quotation, it displays as it is. Output, whatever you write in single quotation, a equal to output, the value in a 23 plus, that means concatenation. This is string. This is string. String plus integer is nothing but string. Again string plus b equal to, again prints. A equal to 23, for that again b equal to, again b value 2. So select this part. Execute highlighted, whichever code you want, select this execute highlighted. Go to this program. So it displays an output. Debug only. 823 b equal to. How will it done? Same, I want to display output. System.debug a plus b equal to. Debug a plus 23 plus 2 it displays. What will get the output for this line? A plus b, as it is a plus b, output will get a plus b equal to. Plus a, what is a value? 23. That is a string. Again string plus 2, 2, 3, 2 like that will get output. It won't add the value. So, execute highlighted. Debug only. A plus b equal to 2, 3, 2. Why it's not adding? Huh? So it is a string. String plus a value. A plus b equal to 23. Again string. String plus again 2 it comes. So at the time what you have to do? So you should place in the bracket. A plus b output will get plus. What is a plus b? 23 plus 2? 25. So a plus b equal to 25 like that. String plus. So first it evaluates this part, the bracket. It evaluates the bracket part. 23 plus 2, 25 will get the output. So it's good. Highlighted. Alt tab to see that's an output between this window. Debug only. A plus B. Okay. So arithmetic operators. A minus B. A into B. So how you want, you can use it. A slash B. So slash B means what will get? Mod. We have the mod operator is there. Mod means system dot math dot mod. What will get? A comma. It's a remainder part will get. 23 slash 2 means quotient. How much will get? 23 slash 2. 11. 11 to 20. We'll get 11. System dot math mod of a comma 2 means remainder. Remainder 1 will get. So when you select this part, execute highlighter. Debug only. A slash B 11. A equal to 23. B 12. A mod B 1. A into B. A minus B. So these are relational. That's an arithmetic operators. So arithmetics. So we have same relational operators. So if you want relational operators, A greater than B. A greater than B. What is the result? A 23, B 2. 23 greater than 2. What will get? It won't result a value. It results what? Boolean. It results Boolean. Either true or false. True 23 greater than 2 means not a 5 or 10 it won't give, no? It's a Boolean value. So relational operators returns what? Boolean value. Arithmetic operators returns a value. Whatever you do plus, minus, star, slash. It's a Boolean value. That's in what? A greater than B, what will get? It's in a, go for integer. Relational of A greater than B and system dot debug A equal to B. Right. A double equal to B. A double equal to B means comparison. I want to compare two values. So A equal to B, what it turns? False. They are not equal values. No, they are not equal. So let's check it. Select this part. Execute highlighter. Debug only. A greater than B, 2. A greater than B is 23 greater than 2, 2. A equal to B, false. So, Boolean value returns what? A relational operators returns, it returns Boolean value. Same, we have, for example, system dot debug. A greater than B. And A less than B. So what is the result you get? A greater than B and A greater than B and A less than B. So A greater than B, 23 greater than 2 condition what? Next, A less than B, true and false? That's it. And operator means if both are true, returns true. Both are true, then it is true. So here, A greater than B, what happens? True. A less than B, false. True and false? False. It's good highlighted. Where? This one This one for brackets. Check it the bracket. It's open bracket, it's close bracket. And this one. So you can place all its complete as one bracket. So you'll get what? The false. A greater than B and A less than B is false. So when you go for same OR operator, so how you use OR operator? OR operator will use, it's a pipe symbol. Pipe symbol is an OR bracket. It's pipes. So it checks A greater than B, true. A less than B, false. True or false? True. If anyone is true, it's a true. It's a relational operators. So like that. So arithmetic operators, the relational operators. So like how you say in C language, same operators we use it. Any language will use the same operators. Okay. Next. Decision statements. So decision. Decision means what? What is the result of decision? It returns a value or a boolean. Decision means what? True or false. We have three types of decision survey. Simple if else, nested if. These are all decisions. For example, here again, is A equal to 23, B equal to 2. If A greater than B, A greater than B, what I need to do? System.deliver A is true. This is called simple if. So if it is true, what I need to do? If it is true, A greater than B, 23 greater than 2. This type of if is called simple. If there is no else part, it's called simple if. Right, right. Select this execute highlighted. All start. Execute. Select this part, execute highlighted. So returns what? If it is true, it displays A is big. If it is false, that's called else part. You can write if A greater than B, system.deliver A is big. So I want to display the value A plus is big. The value A is big. Else system.deliver B plus is big. Now when you run this called this type of this called decision state. Decision, I am taking decision. Decision means what? True or false. If it is true, this block I need to execute. If it is single statement, no need to write in a braces. If multiple statements are there, then you have to write in a braces. You write like a brace. Multiple lines are there, then you write in a brace. I am in true block. Multiple statements I want to execute. So when A greater than B true, so these two lines has to be executed. that block. Else, if this condition is false, so I need to execute this block. Now check it. Select integer, execute highlighter. Start. This all execution takes at server. I am not executing anything in my system. This connects to internet, force.com server. There it is executing and gives an output. I am in true block 23 speed. If I give p value 27, then it goes to the else block. You write system.debug. End of the program. So what is the output when you run this program? 27 is big. Does it get end of the program? You get no. When it is a false, it goes to the else block. After else block, what are the statements are there? It executes. After the else block, whatever statements are there, they will execute. So when you click on execute highlighted. So it goes to 27 is a big. After else block, whatever statements are there, that will execute. This type of if is called if else. Okay. Next. What is nested if? Not to write nested. So if write for integer a equal to 45, b equal to 23, c equal to minus 22. I want to find biggest number in this. Which is the biggest? So how you identify C is a big? So your brain has followed some algorithm. No? Brain has millions of algorithms are there. It identifies that algorithm, runs it. No? Brain has number of algorithms. Let's see, last time we have seen Amazon web. Amazon people developed one a device, small device. It's like Coke bottle like that it comes. You keep separate somewhere. Whatever you speak, it listens. You speak, wake up me at 5:30. So it listens. 5:30 automatically it calls. John, wake up, it's 5:30 like that it says. So now they discovered this new box, Amazon box. It's all intelligence. Whatever you speak, it listens. And reminds you attend whatever you want. It's like man. What a man's did, it's no the same it comes. Intelligence, that's why. It comes. Now touch screens are getting no. Without touch screens, it remains on. What is now time means? It speaks this time. It's now this time. Call to that person. It calls to that person automatically. If you want to call any person, you can name to that box. You can give the names. Mr. Amazon, call to that person, it calls to that person, you can talk to him. Only the small box, without any connection. It will come to India also. So no need to speak. So we'll keep that SalesForce to learn that box. No? We'll speak and write a program, it may write. A technology may come like that also. You think, program it generates. Okay. Now integer a, b, it's c value. 3 values are there. I want one biggest number. So this we are giving c equal to 63. How? So it has internally some algorithm is followed. That algorithm, so we need to write it. So how you write that algorithm? If a greater than b. So I compared first two elements. So a is comparing with b. That's an algorithm. If it is true, which is big? A is big. So now again A should compare with C. So we write if A greater than C. If it is true, system.debug, which is a big? A plus is big. First you compare A with B. If it is true, again A compare with C. If it is true, A is big. Else, system.debug, which is big, C plus is else, with an else block. If this condition is false, if it is false, what does it mean? A greater than B true means A is big. If it is false, B is a big. So it goes to else block. So now I should compare B. If B greater than C. If B greater than C, which is a big, system.debug B plus is else, system.debug C plus is big. Is it correct? System.debug and now the something output where the control is coming to identify that I am writing. So once I give 45 greater than 23, condition becomes true. So it is true. Again, A compare 45 compare with 63. If it is true, it executes 63 is big. From here where it goes? Directly it goes to 79. Goes to bit line. Once this line is executed, the control goes to 70 line. It will not go to the again else part. As you are written in sequence, code will not execute as in a sequence. Once this line is executed 68th line, it gradually goes 79 and 80 lines, it controls goes. Check it. Execute highlighted. Alt tab. Debug only. 63 is big. End of the program. This type of if is called nested if. If block contains one more if. It's an if block. Within the if there is one more if block. This type of ifs are called nested ifs. If it is true, this block. So you are written a brace. Within the brace you are written this. These are called decision statements. If it is true, what? Else what I have to do? If true, what else? Now again, loops. What do you mean by loops? Repeating. So I want print SalesForce 10 times. So now you write system.debug SalesForce. I want print SalesForce 10 times. So write this SalesForce copy. Now 5 times I want print. So I written 5 times and click in execute. Execute highlighted, print SalesForce 5 times. You will get output sales system.debug 5 times. Alt tab. So instead of that I can write in the loops also. How? Integer I equal to 1 while I less than or equal to 5 system.debug SalesForce. Now you write I equal to I plus. The loop repeats continuously. First time I value becomes what? 1. 1 less than 5? True. Once it is true, it prints SalesForce and I value 1 plus 1, 2. 2 assigns to I. Single equal is nothing but assignment. So I value assigns to 2. Again 2 less than 5? True. It prints SalesForce again. So 2 plus 1, 3. 3 assigns to. So like this loop repeats how many times? 5 times. After 5 times it prints the number. It comes outside the loop. System.debug outside loop. The control comes outside. After 5 times control. So I can print So this SalesForce dot, I have written SalesForce only one time. I have written SalesForce only one time. But I am placing that statement in where? In a loop. So this loop repeats continuously until condition becomes false. Once condition becomes false, it stops. When condition becomes false, the control comes outside the loop and displays. So if execute highlighted. So now SalesForce it prints 5 times outside the loop. So which is the best? So you can write this is the best and this is the easy loop. Why? So here how many operations it has taken here? How many operations it has taken? 5. System.debug, system.debug, how many times? 5. This one, how many operations? First time I equal to 1, one time. It checks the condition. It prints SalesForce. Again increment. So 3 operations. It has 3 operations. Again check the condition. Prints the SalesForce. Again increment. Again 3 operations. Again 3 operations. So 5 into 3, 15. 15 operations it takes. 15 plus first one operation. 1 plus 15. This one has taken 1 operation. And this loop repeat how many times? 5 times. 5 into each iteration. Each iteration taking 3. This one condition. This one condition. It is now total 16 operations. It is taking more number of operations, no? And this is taking 5 operations. Which is the best? More operations is taking, no? How you can say best? Where is the memory? There is no memory, no? I am not writing code. It executes, it come back. Are you occupying any memory here? Are you taking any memory here? No memory here. Here also, at least here I require some memory. But here I don't require memory at all. Loops are taking more number of operations, no? Getting the point? Without loops, it takes less number of operations. Using loops, it taking more number of operations. Which is the time?
It has to print 100 times. Then you have to write 100 lines.
100 lines, sir.
Here it's only
one time. But overall it taking more number of operations. If take 100 means 300 operations it takes again.
But
when there is a dynamic change, then go for loops. Don't go for when there is a dynamic change. For example, I want to print a table. I want to print a table like system.debug 2 into 1 equal to 2. 2 table I want to print. 2 into 2 equal to 4. 2 into 3 equal to 6. So this type of value I want to print. So 10 times it prints 2 into 10 means 10 times. Same if we want to use in the loop. Alright. Integer I equal to 1. Table integer n equal to second table while I less than or equal to how many times? 10 times. I want to print system.debug. First what I need to print? 2. Where is 2 value? 10. 10 plus into, that's an into operator. 2 into plus I. What is I value? 1 plus equal to again plus n into the output. How it displays? N value how much? 2. And the output into. What is an I value? 1. It prints 1 equal to n into I. It's an n into I how much? 2. Again I plus equal to I plus. So now it's good. It's good. So I can print the second table. So the dynamic change. If I want which table is difficult, you remember all the tables? No? 17th, no? 17th or 19th? 17th. 19th table. Now we are IT people. Our kids ask me to write loop. Execute whatever table you want, execute it, you get the table in this place. So it's 17. So I can change the value. It's a dynamic change. When there is a dynamic change, I want to repeat the statement. Same I want 17 in the table, what I have tried? Again 17 into 1. I need to multiply. I need to print them. So no use, no that. When there is a dynamic change, I want to repeat any statement logic. I want to repeat particular logic number of times. Then you repeat what logic I want to repeat? System dot. This statement only I am writing earlier 10 times. That logic I am placing in the loop with variables. What variables? I value is changing every time. I value becomes 1. N value is what directly? 17. Next time I value becomes 2. Like this. I can print this logic in through for loop also. Take for loop, integer I equal to 1, n equal to 17. This also connect. This is an insulation part. I'll write the condition I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus, minus. Connect. So this is insulation part. It executes only one time. Insulation part execute and checks the condition. If condition is true, come down. I plus plus. I plus means I equal to I plus 1. I value becomes 2. Again 17 into 2 equal to 17 into like execute that logic. Execute highlighted. Whatever. When it's an insulation, you should write comma. You write comma. So insulation, whatever the insulation is there, you write comma. Let's execute highlighted. Okay. When there is a dynamic change, so you can use loops. I can use while loop or you can use for. Both are same. Both are same. But difference is what? The while loop insulation is separate, condition is separate, and increment is separate. But in for loop, all they are written in what? In a single line. So that is, it's very easy to go for code. I can see code walk. While seeing the code walk, I have written 1000 lines of code. I want to see what is insulation, what is the condition, what is increment. Go for loops, for loop. When you go for loop, all are in single line. But in while loop, all are in separate step. Okay. So data types, decision statements, the loops. So all these logics, let's see our program. So whatever we discussed, that's all in the drive it is contained. All the nodes, step-by-step nodes, how to execute, how to copy and paste, all that. I'll give drive sharing to your nodes. Whatever I discuss, all the nodes will be there. I'll share the folder to you. Sharing I will do. So that's a Visual Salesforce development. We'll go for basic programming. So integer a equal to 20. So earlier we used to write low level programming. We used to go for low level where you write in zeros and ones. Then we came with assembly level programming. Now we are using what? High level language. Whatever you use C, C++, Java, these are all high level language programming. We require a translator. That's what we call a compiler interpreter. We'll come next. What is compiler interpreter? So when integer a equal to 23, string s equal to Salesforce. When you write this code, an integer a equal to 23, what a is a variable where it allocates 4 bytes of memory. So when you write 23, it's 23 stores a value like this: 2 11s, remainder 1, 2 5s, remainder 1, 2 2s, remainder 0, remainder 1. It stores 1 0 1 1 1 like that. It stores 1 0 1 1 1. So 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square. So internally it stores the value. When you give 23, it stores in 1 0 1 1 1 like that. It converts. While printing, it converts 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 4. So 16 plus 4 20 and 20 22 20. When you say string s equal to Salesforce, it allocates how many? 2 bytes. In the 2 bytes, so it contains starting address where the value Salesforce is existing, that it contains. So this type we call the reference data. S is contains what address, we call reference data. A is what? Value data. Okay. So before that, first we'll create how to create Salesforce ID. Go to developerforce.com. Click sign up. So we'll create username, whatever Salesforce SFDC something. You can give any name and login this. Log into Gmail to get the password. To change the username, so take username, change the name, what the name you want. How to write a program and execute it? Go to username, go for developer console. So this username, developer console. Once create an ID, this is an unlimited days ID. Any number of days you can use this ID. Go to developer console to write VF Apex programs. So you write an integer a, string s. What you write? Check in, open log. When you write any program, so developer console, so you write debug menu, so you write debug, execute anonymous window, click this, open log, click execute. Check in, open log. Check in, open log, and click execute button. Once click and execute. Display all statements. So checking for debug only. Whichever statements you want debug, that displays only output statements. You close browser and sign out. When you close the browser, you can log in and sign out. We have relational operators, arithmetic operators. It's all relational operators. It's an arithmetic operator. It's plus, minus, star, slash. String. So slash, a slash b, a less than b, a not equal to b. Conditional operator, a less than b and a greater than b. And operator means both condition must be true. If any condition is true, our operator becomes true. Next, decision statements. Decision statements. Simple if. If expression is true, what statements? If else. For example, to find given number is even or odd number. How will find given number is even or odd? If divisible by 2, it's an even. So how I given a 23, a slash 2 I give. When you do A/2, what will you get? Quotient part. When you say system.math.mod means what will you get? Remainder. Check it. If R double equal to means double equal to is what? Compare. For comparison we'll go for double. 23 comma 2 means remainder will get what? 1. So 1 comma 1 equal 0 condition false. It displays R. Nested it. To find biggest number among 3 values. A 53 B something. I want write logic. So A, if it is true, this else what block you have to export. Click export. Loops. Loops are used to repeat code more than once. I want to execute any piece of code more than once. Go for loops. You have written SalesForce file. Instead of that, you can go for while loop. I less than 5 system.debug SalesForce I equal to I plus 1. End of the program. But it takes number of operations. Even though it takes number of operations, but it requires dynamic. Dynamically the code has to be changed. So at that time we'll go for loop. See, I value changes as per the I value, system.debug value is changed. To print a table, so I take a while loop I less than 10 system.debug n plus. This is a string value, I value. I can use while loop. Loops are used to repeat statement more than once. While loop variables value changes dynamically. Using for loop, we can use for loop also. I equal to 1, n equal to 17, I less than 10, I plus plus. So for loop contains insulation part, the condition, increment, decrement. Once this condition is true, the statements are executed. When you have to use while loop or for loop, when you have to write separate, while loop contains what? State insulation part is separate, condition is separate, insulation is separate. If you want separate, then you write while loop. All I want write in a single line means then go for loop. That's code walkthrough is very easy. And while loop got insulation separate, condition separate, increment is separate. For loop all are insulation in it. So that's advantage of for loop is what? Code walkthrough. Because while seeing the code, we have written 1000 lines of code. What is insulation? What is the logic? What is the increment? So while moving the code 1000 lines, it makes difficult. At the time go for loops. And tomorrow we'll go for arrays. What is an array? So we'll write some programs. Then we'll see what is a class and object. Oops concepts. We'll see what is a class and object. First we'll see arrays concept. Before coming to the class, create an ID. Run these small examples. How to write if condition, how to write for loops like that. In our SalesForce Apex. It's an Apex code. Then we'll go for oops concepts. Is it? So this all takes practice, 2 hours like this, 1.5 hours it takes. You daily you plan 2 hours for practice. Then it's very easy. Okay. Any doubts? So I'll give sharing. I'll give the copy, I'll give the notes of this. I'll give the recording class of all these first 5 classes. As some people don't have non-program. It's non-program people. I'll copy this. I'll place in a folder. I'll create a new folder. So every Gmail people will have a drive here. A drive will be there. Okay, you can go to the drive. The SalesForce training notes. I create a new folder. There. 630. In this folder, I'll upload all my recording classes, all recording notes, all the classes I'll upload it. Once you give sharing, so I'll give sharing like this. Then you write it, share. It's in share. We'll give an access. Just give your email ID, I'll give sharing to this. Send. It's in a folder. Which folder contains development notes. You can create folder. So I'll upload this to this notes. So once I give sharing, you'll get an email. You'll get a mail like this. It's a dev630 January 25. Like that's mail you get it. You open this folder and click open. It contains all our notes. Click open. Once I give sharing, click that's open. And next dev notes. Open in Drive. Once you get a mail, what it do means click open in Drive. Automatically it saves into your Drive. No need to go for every time to the mail. No need to go to the mail direct. Once click open in Drive, it opens in the Drive. All whatever notes I given now, development notes, SalesForce development, and notes in Drive. What I given sharing, that all it comes. What will do means once you get a mail first time, so today I'll give the sharing to your email ID. Just click open and click open in Drive. So automatically it opens in Drive. So once you log into your mail, go to this, click Drive. In the Drive, a folder will come. Here you will get folder. Dev notes like this folder will come. Into this folder all our notes will be exist. Whatever I add, it comes. No need to give mail daily. No need to give mail daily. Drive concept is not there. What happens? Daily I need to send a mail. So network traffic, wastage of network traffic. In 2011 also I used to send mail daily. Recording class all. It takes more memory. Wastage of memory. Network traffic. So everyone will download. Now it's no use for download. Once I give sharing to your mail, it comes. So I am copying only one time, but links to all the people after it. The memory wastage is decreased, traffic is decreased through the Drive concept. If you want to send 1 GB, can I send 1 GB through mail? Once here I can give 40 GB sharing also I can give. Once you 40 GB of folder, it's like 100 GB there. Or right click share means 100 GB shared file. You can access from anywhere. Drive is a useful. You can share all your documents, presentations, anything you can click new and save all your folders. Done? Any doubts? I'll upload this. My recording today, whatever class we discussed, this class I'll upload. The recording class I'll upload with this demo notes. Okay. In morning we have 8 o'clock. There is an admin dash. If you want, you can parallelly you can do it. Or next week we are starting development morning time, 7 to 8:30. Morning 7 to 8:30 we are starting new. So you can go for morning or you can go by. Done? Any doubts? Please practice. Otherwise makes confusion. Today it's very easy, as you might be having familiar with any C program. But you run that, how to run in my SalesForce. Create ID, run the program.